In the previous episode, Winston and I had our last day on Moffat Campsite in the south of Scotland. It was a day of sorting out laundry and getting everything ready to leave. I did manage to do a spot of shopping, although the only thing I bought was a toy for my dog. I also had someone recognise me from YouTube and they came over for a little chat. But now we're nearing the end of our biggest adventure to date. So today is pack away day because we are moving to our last campsite of this trip. The next time I do this, we'll be going home. But we've got 4 more nights left in the North Pennines. Wow, the lighting on this is terrible, very sorry, but I'm not recording that again because, you know, I got stuff to do. Now, one of my least favourite jobs is having to put everything away so that I can tow my caravan without things falling off of shelves. And the reason I don't like this job is because I know that I'm just going to get everything back out again in a few hours when we arrive at our next campsite. Now, on the plus side, because I have a caravan, then once everything is set up, I can just leave it and go out in my van. Whereas if I had a camper van, this would have to be something that I did all the time, every time I wanted to go somewhere. But anyway, whilst I get on with that, let me show you around Moffat Campsite in Dumfries and Galloway, Scotland. Now, it's everything that you would expect from a camping and caravanning club site. It's clean, it's well kept, and it's got friendly, helpful staff. Now, I stayed here in July 2024. I had a hard-standing electric pitch for 4 nights and it cost me the total amount of £84.27, which gives me an average cost of £21.07 per night. Now, out of the 16 campsites that I booked for this trip, there were only 2 other campsites that were cheaper. One of them didn't include the electric, you paid for that separately, so you could argue whether that was actually cheaper or not. And the other campsite was also a camping and caravanning club site. So this is why I love these campsites, because they represent really good value for money and you just know what you get. Kind of showing you the long way around this facilities block, but you get the idea. I'm just going to duck the camera here because I don't want to film anybody that doesn't want to be on the internet. And then we're back to the pod where I'm about to start hitching up, but somebody came to talk to me. And I do find that this happens quite a lot, and I think it's because I have such a unique caravan. People are obviously very interested in it, so when they see that you're out and you're doing stuff, they do like to come over to ask a few questions and to find out what it's like living and travelling in such a small space. And then I'm just taking Winston to the toilet before putting him in the van, and I just remembered that I forgot to mention that the campsite has 2 off-lead dog areas. Now, this one here is only tiny. They do have one that is much bigger, but it is at the opposite end of the campsite. And I think I showed it to you in an earlier vlog when we first arrived a few days ago. But now we're all hitched, we're ready to go, apart from that electric cable. Just been putting the directions into my phone and I had a blank moment. I sat there for a couple minutes going, where am I going? What's the name of the campsite? I knew we were going to the North Pennines, but I couldn't remember the name of the campsite. I just had to go through my emails and have a look at what I'd booked. This is going to be, the campsite we're going to is going to be my 16th campsite. We left home on the 8th of May. Today is the 7th of July. So coming up to exactly 2 months. We've got 4 nights and then we head home. And yeah, I'm tired. This has been our longest adventure and it's really worn me out in a good way. But we have battled some weather, we have covered some distance, and yeah, it's been fun. Anyway, let's get on the road, let's see what Leekworth is like and then we can decide later. Look who's back! I've just went to shut the door this second. I'd turned the camera off, turned on to shut the door, and look who I saw. He's there! He's back! He's coming with us. He's been on our adventure. Look at him! I wonder if he knows how many miles he has travelled in my wing mirror and how many places and campsites he has been to. He has been enjoying a nice foreign cuisine, trying foods from all over Scotland, and now down to the North Pennines. Is he missing a leg? Is he missing a back leg? I don't know if you can see on the camera, but he has one big back leg and then seems to be missing another. Unless it's tucked up somewhere. Anyway, he's there. He lives. He's alive. And he's been coming on our adventures with us. Yay for Stanley. Right, I need to go hook up my electrics. The campsite was really busy yesterday. Everyone's leaving today. I suppose today's Sunday. But yeah. I would say over half the campsite is left today. Let's get out of this. You always have that moment when you first drive off going, have I took the handbrake off the pod? And I know I did because I check it all the time, but I check it in my checks, if that makes sense. But yeah. Right, time to go do the walk around the pitch to make sure I've not forgotten anything or that anything's on the floor. Usually Winston's toy, but I think I've got that this time. Alright, we're all good. We've got a full tank of diesel. We've got some country music on the Spotify. Yes, country music. Proper country music though, not that Beyonce stuff. No, that's not country. I don't think she's ever heard a country music song. I'm talking like Luke Combs, Brantley Gilbert, Brett Young, those people. So I'm gonna listen to that, get through this 2.5 hour drive, and we shall see you, unless anything dramatic happens, fingers crossed it won't, in Leekworth, the North Pennines. Right, so we just stopped at some services because at the moment we're going to be arriving at about 2:15 and check-in isn't until 2:30, and they put on their paperwork that you must, in capital letters, must not arrive before 2:30, or if so you'll be turned away. So we stopped at some services. I'm going to put my hitch lock on, secure the caravan, and then I'm going to go get a Greggs for Winston and I to share, and I might let Winston out to wander around the grass and stuff, but he's just been sleeping the whole way. Right, let me go get us some food. Hey Winst! Oh, what are them? Oh, you're gonna share with me? I share with you. Okay, so I got a sausage roll, obviously. Can't go to Greggs without getting a sausage roll. I got an ice cream finger and a sausage, bean and cheese melt. So, let's enjoy these. Ooh, haven't been to Greggs for ages. Love a Greggs. Now there are two things that happen when you eat a Greggs, and the first one is that you burn your mouth, and the second one is that you get pastry everywhere. And then we were back on the road, continuing to drive south after crossing the border into England. However beautiful it is very bouncy. But it's really annoying because it's not as though there's potholes in the road. It's a lovely surfaced road, it's just not flat. So you're like this all the time, and your caravan's doing the same thing. Oh, wrong bit. There we go. ahead with my head going, God, this is steep, isn't it? I feel like I'm actually going into the clouds right now. This is steep, and a nice sharp turn at the top, because why not? I think it'd be fun to drive without a caravan. So far, I can't get over 30 miles an hour. I'm averaging about 25. As soon as I get over 30, everything's just flying everywhere. Eventually, we made it to Leekworth Campsite, and this is the entrance road. So it's quite narrow, it's quite long, and there's not as many passing places as what I would have liked. But luckily, we didn't meet anybody. After checking in and getting all the relevant campsite info, I was then off to pitch for the last time on this adventure. Now I am sorry, but I did have to mute this clip, and that is because I had the radio on at the beginning, and YouTube will pick up the music and then they will demonetize my video due to a copyright breach. But the good thing about muting this clip is that you don't have to listen to my parking sensors beeping as I reverse the caravan. Reverse in one. I really hope that the camera on the back hasn't run out of battery and it recorded that, because that was perfect reversing. It's because I can stick my head out the window. But that was good. I was happy with that. Right, let's unhitch. Now unfortunately my pod camera had indeed run out of battery, so I have no other proof of my reversing, but I'm still running with it. So we're pitched. Apologies, it's raining, so sorry for getting droplets on the lens. I'm currently walking Winston around the off-lead dog area. I think this is fully enclosed for those that require that. or has Winston found a way out? I'm not quite sure. He's just gone through some bushes. Oh no, he's still there. Anyway, I really like this campsite now. It's very quiet, it's very chill, it's very beautiful. I have a large pitch, it was flat, so it was very easy to set up. The owner, I'm assuming it's either the owner or at least a member of staff, whoever showed me to my pitch, super chill, very friendly, very polite. They do charge for the showers, so I went into reception to get some change, and it's 50p for the shower. And I said, how long do you get for the 50p? They didn't know. He said, we think it's about 7 to 10 minutes, I can't remember. And the woman was like, it's plenty of time to have a shower. She went, I used it, and she was like, I turned it off, I'll finish before the timer ran out. So I'll time them and let you know. I asked him, I said, why do you charge extra for the showers? Why not like just put it in with the pitch? And he said, to be honest, it's not the 50p. So we don't make money off the showers. He said, it's not the idea of paying for the showers. He said, it's just to stop people abusing them. He said, so we've been in before where they've not been turned off properly, so water's been coming out all night. He said, because of electric, that's expensive. He said, also people will be in there for like half an hour. And he said, it's just an abuse of them. He said, there's plenty of time in that 50p for you to go and get a shower, wash your hair and everything. So I was like, okay, cool. It was very nice. It was a very nice conversation. And I said, I've been travelling now for a while. I said, some of them have shower costs, some of them don't. I think the worst one I've had so far is £1 for, was it 6.5 minutes, 7.5 minutes? Balnarald campsite, I think it was, in the Hebrides. So yeah, he said it's literally just not the cost of it. He was like 50p isn't, oh, my lens, sorry. So he said, yeah, it's not the cost of it. He said 50p is here nor there, he said, and no one really cares about 50p. And I'll be honest, I don't really care about 50p. For me, it's just kind of like the principle. I can't remember how much I paid for this campsite. They've all blurred into one, I'll put it on screen. But sometimes I think when I'm paying for an expensive campsite, then you expect showers to be included. I cannot remember if this is an expensive campsite or not, but I am very happy to be here, and I think this is going to be the perfect campsite to help us finish our adventure, simply because it's very quiet, it's very picturesque. Look at those views behind me, and I just think it's going to be a great chill out way to end the adventure. It's also in a great location, there's lots of walks from here, so maybe not exactly from the campsite but around this area. So we're going to work out what we're going to do over the next few days. But yeah, I'm very happy to be here. I think I'm going to have a great time over the next 4 nights. Well, that's not very good. You've got to go in my caravan. Guess who's getting hosed? Yeah, that would be you. Go get your ball. It's over there. Come on. It's raining, but the spaniel still has to go in the water. Oh, what a glamorous lifestyle I lead. Now, they don't show you stuff like this in the caravan brochures, but this is real life travelling with a dog in the rain. I've got no energy to cook anything proper, so I'm having, if I can fit it in here, yes, one of these little pizza things. I've also got some John West tuna bean salad and yogurt. Oh, a yogurt. That'll do me for this evening because I've just, yeah. And this has minimal washing up. I've got a fork, a spoon, and this to wash up, and that's it. Which I'll probably leave till tomorrow anyway. So yeah, all good. About there. That'll do. So I do not have the mental capacity to do any proper work, but what I am going to do is I'm going to do some admin. I'm going to pull off my driving footage from the dash cam and stuff and just tie up a few loose ends so that tomorrow I can actually do some work, and today I can just do all those little admin things. I know I've said that. That's the best sentence my brain will come up with at the moment. That's all you're getting. So yeah, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to have a shower, and then I'm going to have a really good night's sleep. For some reason, I don't know why, I don't know if I've slept funny or what, I don't know, but all over the back of my shoulders, and also they're not my forearms, are they? My upper arms. They feel as though I've been like lifting weights. So if I've been paddleboarding, you know when you get that ache, that's what they feel like. And I've not done anything. I packed away the caravan this morning and I drove here and then I've repitched. And although yes, there is some physical stuff involved in that, nothing that I'm not used to, nothing that I would think would give me this type of aching pain. I don't know, but why did that not work? Let me just do this again. Ta-da! Right. Okay. Admin, shower, bed. Done. I don't like this reflection. Oh, it reflects on the computer screen and then the screen looks really weird and this isn't helpful either. Right. Let's see where we're at. So I moved the laptop and I put it on top of the fridge, and whilst I was working, I got a little glimpse of the star of the show, also working very hard. And that wraps up another travel day in the pod.